Five Island Lake, and just outside of Emmitsburg, Iowa. And we're hoping to find a little bit of ice, but
well, that we did. We found a little bit of ice.
A little bit.
We just wanted to give everybody an update and kind of some of the Iowa lakes, what's going on. As you know, we're always up in Fairmont, but we also do fish these lakes as well. So yep. I'm sure people were wondering what's going on, and well, I think the 2024 ice season is done here. I don't think it doesn't matter how much colder it's going to get. This ice is not safe by the way it's looking, and unfortunately it's just going to have to hopefully get really windy and get those 40-degree temps up and get this stuff to get out of here so we can get the boats out. But
yeah, pretty soon we're going to be doing a quest to try and find somewhere we can put the boat in.
That's right. I think we may be able to do that. If the ice was a little thicker, we could even do some open water fishing if we could just get out to the open water. But my cojones aren't quite big enough to try that one. No, there's a lot of open water pockets throughout the ice. Yeah, you can see them all over. I mean, out in the cut where everybody fishes, where everybody was fishing for the tournament and stuff like that, that's all wide open. You know, there's a lot of open water spots, and you can see how dark this ice is with this fresh snow on top of it. You can definitely see it was wet and just not good. And you can see these right here. Obviously this is gone, and I don't think any of this I mean, that's not even, you're not gonna get out there and it wouldn't be worth trying. It's just one of those deals, guys. It sucks, it really does. But on the positive note, you know, the spring fishing, once we get to that point, should be pretty darn good. So, you know, get your boats ready, and hopefully that'll be sooner than later.
yeah, for sure.
But it's kind of crazy how the Iowa ice, you know, we go to Fairmont and we still have, you know, okay ice up there, definitely a lot better shape than this. So it's kind of crazy that that's that much different. But you know, we had a lot more snow this direction, and it sat on the ice and didn't blow off, so you know, we didn't have near the thickness that we had up there. So now we're seeing the results of that, unfortunately.
Yep. We've kind of driven the whole lake, and it's the same thing across this entire lake. You know, there's open water here, open water there. All the ice that's on the lake is very dark and full of water, just waiting for a few warm days and some wind.
Yeah, we just need a little bit of wind, and like I said, the 40-degree temps, 45-degree temps coming up this week. If we can get a little bit of wind behind it, you'll hopefully get some wakes and get that ice pushed off, and then guess what? Time to get the boats out. Yep. I mean, that's one great thing about fishing. We're in a limbo right now, unfortunately, because the ice isn't safe and you can't get the boat in. But once it leaves, it's time to go.
It's going to be an epic spring.
I say this spring, guys, you know, with everybody having a very short ice season, you know, not a lot of fish being taken out, you know, this spring, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. We're really looking forward to it. And don't forget that we definitely guide for the spring and in our boats. So if you don't have a boat and you want to get out, you know, don't be afraid to give us a call. We'll get you out there and get you on a good bite.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're gonna meander over to Lost Island and see what the ice looks like over there.
If there is any.
Yeah, if there is any.
Maybe we should have.
I've heard of a couple people that have fallen through over there last weekend, so it might be, we might be able to get the boat in over there this week or something.
Possibly, but yeah, there's definitely, I'm gonna guess same results here over there, but we're gonna go check for you, show it to you, so that way you can see it for yourselves, and that way if you see our social media and you don't believe us, we have video proof.
Jesus.
Because we're not trying to deter anybody to go fishing.
No.
We want everybody to fish, we want everybody to be safe, and well, it's at the point now where safety is, it's just not safe. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Just be patient and wait, and it'll be open sooner than later, and we'll be ready to go out in the boats.
Definitely. Well, time to make a little drive. We're over at Lost Island now.
Yeah.
It's a lot shorter trip for you guys than us.
But, well, I'm kind of surprised by what I'm seeing here. I'm not seeing any open water behind us there. If you can see, the ice is definitely darker colored and not as strong as probably what you'd like to see. Still pretty sketchy, but I did walk out there a little ways. I don't have my gear on. I didn't want to go out too far, but walked out there a little ways and sputted and hit it, you know, 5-6 times, and I wasn't busting through. So maybe this little cold snap will firm it up enough to where you can get out. But once again, I don't think it's you know, it's not great ice. You're gonna have to be on your toes the whole time.
It's definitely weak ice.
Yeah,
but it's
and the
it's
shorelines
solid for right now.
You know, the shorelines aren't pulled away as far, at least where we're at right now. I can see some spots a little further back, but you know, we're on the beach right now, so it's not, you know, the weak stuff. You can kind of see where we broke through there, a little bit of weaker stuff there, but you know, once you get past this stuff, you know, you're not, I mean, it ain't very deep here either, but once you get past this stuff, you get out here, it's pretty good.
Six hits?
Yep. So it's not ideal, but it's hanging in there, surprisingly enough. Like I said, we're not seeing waves or a wake out there, so that's a good deal there. You know, it ain't gonna be for everybody, and would I recommend it? Probably not, but I know people are itching to get out and find a place to go, and well, in Iowa we don't have a lot of spots that are firmed up, but the way this stuff looks, and you know, today it's only supposed to get to 31, and tonight's lows are going to be in the 20s, and then tomorrow it doesn't get above freezing, so that should really help things, being that it stayed froze. I mean, that's, you know, Emmetsburg, with it being wide open like it is, the cold temps aren't going to help that place at all. So
no.
But here, since it's still locked up, you know, it's going to firm everything up, at least to where maybe, you know, like we say, you might be able to get out in the morning and get out there and get your fish caught, and then get your butt off before it gets warmed up and the sun hits it and starts getting it kind of weak again. But
yep.
The only problem with this stuff being that it's so white, it's going to be hard to tell, you know, it's going to be very hard to tell if there is a very weak spot or if there's a spot that's open. So you're going to have to really go out slow and be careful and spud and spud and spud and make sure you have all your gear on, or don't go by yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't go by myself.
Don't do that. But have all the safety stuff on. Like I said, I mean, do I feel like it's safe enough to go out there? Probably not, but it's your call. We're just kind of showing you what we have. Yeah. Not really going to drill a hole, but you know,
if there's a chance at all to get out one last time, it might be this weekend.
It might be this weekend, yeah. Like I said, tomorrow is going to be nice and chilly, and I think Saturday is going to warm up a little bit, but not a ton. So it's a possibility.
Right, right.
You know, I mean, you got to be smart. Like I said, don't go barreling out there and thinking you're safe just because there's no water. I mean, you know, there could be a weak spot and a spot that, you know, you just don't want to find right now, and this ice isn't strong like it should be, and you know, you might have 4 inches ice, but you're standing on 2. You know, it's strong, if not less. So
if you're lucky,
if you're lucky, and I don't think.
I mean, this stuff right down here. Granted, it's right along shore, but you know, that's probably 2 inches thick, and it snaps off. And crumbles.
I mean, when you touch it, you walk on it, and you can see how quickly, if you were out in the middle, if you found a spot like that, how quickly you'd be swimming. You know, you wouldn't even get much of a, there'd be not much of a warning.
Yeah.
And a couple of our friends went through last week already, so.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a spot that he had walked on several times, and it got warmer out in the afternoon, and then he found a soft spot, and then he went. So, you know, you have to be careful and mindful of this stuff.
Yes, definitely. Well, we're kind of on the north end of the lake. We'll go over by the other boat launch that's over there on the southwest side, and see what it kind of looks like over there. Catch you in a couple.
I don't want to get too far here because it's going to get deep.
Well, I better turn the camera on, just in case you do, you know, something funny.
I don't want to do nothing dumb. I don't want to be wet to do the face report. But I don't think that this is going to support it. Nope. Well, it might. It's not very good.
No.
But I know, like I said, because it's a boat ramp, you know it gets deep out there.
Yep.
So you don't want to be too far off the shore. Yeah, okay. Man.
Yeah.
Whew. Dose.
You hear that cracking all the way through there?
And not a good crack?
Yeah.
Not a solid, hard crack?
Yeah. Well, this side is not near as strong.
No.
Definitely.
I mean, my butt's puckering. I ain't very far away from him. It's, I mean, as you can see what I'm standing on. That's not good.
Yeah.
I might get better, but I ain't gonna. It's cracking like crazy. I'm getting the heck off of here.
Well, and you can, I think you can see it in the video, like the coloration of the ice. So we got a dusting of snow last night, and all this is white up here. Out on the lake, there's really no powdery snow or nothing.
No.
So that's telling you the ice is definitely wet.
Wet. Yep.
So the water's coming up and through it. It's not near as strong.
So I mean, there's no open water, so it's going to take longer for this ice to leave, unfortunately. But if it would leave, that would just be our best bet in my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that you can't get out there, but I just would be on edge the entire time. And how far out you want to go is up to you, I guess, on that one. Like I said, we just show you what we're seeing. You know, it's your decision on what you want to do. We don't recommend it. And I definitely don't recommend it. I'm not saying it's not possible. An airboat would be freaking awesome right now.
Yeah,
and you could go wherever you want to go. Maybe we need to rig up some kind of saw blade boat. I mean, I know those aren't OSHA approved, but if we could put a saw blade on a motor and, you know, fly across the lake that way on a flat bottom, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta adapt, as one people would say, or some people would say, is you gotta adapt to the conditions. Well, those are some of the rigs we might have to come up with. Airboats are, I mean, I don't know if a fan and a generator is gonna push our boat very far, so.
Yeah, no.
Some redneck.
All I know is if the winters trend to be this way, we're probably gonna have to get an airboat.
Yeah, we definitely are gonna have to get an airboat if that's how it's gonna be. Right now, if we had an airboat, we could take you wherever we wanted to. And we could just fish right off the side of that thing and be a lot of fun. So maybe, I mean, comment below, see if you think we need to get one.
Yeah,
I mean,
if we do, help us out. We'll start making a fund.
we were thinking a snow bear, but
yeah,
I think that's out of the question. Those don't float very good from what I heard, but
no, that they don't.
So, but yeah, that's kind of what we got here, Lost Island and Emmetsburg. Obviously, Emmetsburg is gone completely. You're not getting on that.
Yeah.
Just to sum it up, and then here, you know, there's a glimmer of hope, but it's still, in my eyes, I wouldn't want to be out there. I mean, maybe if you're a skilled fisherman, even then, skilled ice fisherman, even then, it's still going to be dangerous out there.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be safe, and every step could be a doozy in that case, no matter where you're at. So, because I don't know the consistency of the ice at this lake, I'm guessing that it's a lot less than what we've seen in different lakes. So, you know, the biggest thing about that to remember is each lake with the snow that they got on it, you know, the ice consistency was, you know, 10 inches here, 5 inches there. So right now with this ice not being that good, you know, if you find that 5 inches, it's going to be probably 2 or less, and you're just going to go in. There's going to be no warning, and down you go. So it's just not going to be worth it in my eyes. You know, it's going to be better to be patient and wait till we can get the boats out.
Yep, for sure. Well, that'll probably do it.
Yeah, that'll do it for this one, guys. We just kind of wanted to show you what's going on at some of our lakes in Iowa. I don't think Okoboji Spirit Lake is doing much better on that. I haven't seen too many reports from there, but I think their ice really took a hit as they got a lot more rain and stuff like that when we had those wind and rain, so it really beat that up. And when the rotary car goes through in February 9th or 10th, whenever that was, I don't think that's ever happened. So when that happens, you know that the ice is definitely not good in the area. And I don't think the cold spell is going to last long enough to really firm things back up. And it's just been a weird season, guys. That's all there is to it. But we got to look forward to spring. You got plenty of time now to get the boat ready. There's no excuses. No excuses. You know, upgrade.
Start getting her summarized, ready to go.
Start supporting some of your bait shops and finding out what they got for, you know, some open water gear. You know, maybe upgrade some of the stuff on your boat for getting ready for this spring. Because like we're saying, I think the spring fishing this season is going to be epic.
Oh,
it's going to be one of a kind. It's going to be a year that everybody talks about. You know, yeah, we'll talk about the bad ice we had and the short winter we had, but we're going to talk about how the spring bite is insane, and just the caliber of fish we're going to be catching. I mean, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Definitely. So, I suppose we'll sign off. As always, thank you guys for watching each and every one of our videos. Continue to support us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate it.
Till the next one.